and welcome to my channel. My name is Beth and I am the Bookworm Trait. And today I am bringing you another Sims Picks My TBR. I am filming this video a little bit early, so I haven't yet finished all of the books from my TBR for last month, but I am confident I'm actually going to complete it. If you want to know whether I do or not, I am planning on filming a wrap up this month, so it will all be in there, but I have faith in myself. If this is your first time watching a Sims Picks My TBR video, I will just briefly explain how the process works for you. So I will use a random trait generator, which is linked in the bio if you want to use it for your own Sims games. And I'll use this to randomly generate 3 traits, 1 aspiration and 1 bonus trait for my sim. Metaphorical sim. I'm not making a sim. Maybe I should make a sim. I don't know. I have assigned every single trait, aspiration and bonus trait with a prompt, and using those prompts I will pick my TBR for the month. This does only give me 5 books, but that works for me because it means that I can mood read the rest of the way through the month if I read 5 books and can still participate in readathons, etc. Now, I have read a lot this month, July, not August. I've read a lot, and so I haven't set myself up any readathons. I haven't arranged any buddy read, so I think I have a lot of flexibility on my TBR to mood read, which I love. Okay, so let's get into the prompts for this month. So the 3 traits that I got were vegetarian, which I had last month, and for the vegetarian trait, the prompt is to read an indie book. I got the trait good, and for this, the prompt is a reread, and the trait clumsy, which is to read the lowest rated book on my Goodreads. I had the aspiration of world famous celebrity, and so for this I need to read the first book that I see on Instagram that I own and have not already read. I'm not buying any more books this month. And with the aspiration of world famous celebrity, you get the bonus trait of gregarious, and for this I need to read a book that is very hype. So starting with vegetarian, so an indie book. I did explain in my last video it's an indie book because being a vegetarian is often a decision made for ethical reasons, and the most ethical way of supporting authors is to buy their self-published books. So for this I'm going to be reading Fortuna Sworn. This is a book that I first saw on Becca's channel from Becca of the Books. It has been on my want to read list ever since the first time I saw it. I don't even like paranormal romance, but Becca's always so passionate about her paranormal romance that it just makes me want to read it. So I'm just gonna do it. I'm sure I'll like it. I do like Sarah J Maas, so maybe me and Fortuna Sworn are just gonna find ourselves in a happy and loving and stable relationship. So I'm not sure exactly what the story of Fortuna Sworn is actually about. I am someone who does not feel the need to completely understand a plot before I get into the book. I'm quite happy to go into books blind, and this is one that I think if I go in blind then I won't have any expectations, and if I don't have any expectations then I'm probably more likely to enjoy it. But I do know that it follows Fortuna Sworn, our main character, who is a type of fairy, I think, called a nightmare, and I think she gets married to like another fairy. Maybe it's like a arranged marriage kind of thing. I don't know. There's marriage, there's fairies, I think there's sex, and I think it's going to be a fun time. So our next prompt, good, to read a book that I already know is good, and for this I'm going with Vicious. The first time I read this book, I absolutely loved it. I read this in pretty much one sitting. I then bought this for my best friend and made her read it. I then bought Victoria Schwab's like entire backlist pretty much. I don't love her other books as much as I love this, but this one just, we love each other. Victor is one of my favourite characters of all time. He is such a bastard, but he's a good bastard. Weird side note is he kind of reminds me of Janine from EastEnders, which if you're not UK you're probably not going to know what I'm talking about, but she was like so misunderstood. She was evil, yes, but deep down she wasn't, and she just needed someone to love her to bring out her good side, and that's Victor for me. I'm really excited to reread this. Oh, I just got makeup on it. So Vicious is about 2 best friends, Eli and Victor, and they're both super intelligent, and it follows them when it's in two timelines. So it's in the past when Victor and Eli are at university and they become interested in something called extraordinaries, and they want to become extraordinaries, and they figure out how to do this. It's then also in the future where Eli and Victor are no longer best friends and are now extraordinaries and things. Everybody that I've recommended this to loved. So my best friend, her boyfriend, my dad, that's all the people I know. If you haven't read Vicious, then you need to read Vicious, so yeah. So the next trait was clumsy, and that was to read my lowest rated book read goal. What? So the next trait was clumsy, and that was to read my lowest rated book on Goodreads. I would assume if the book is lowly rated, then there is something clumsy about the writing or the characterization or the plot. And I am not mad with the book that came up for this prompt. Wicked As You Wish. I actually really want to read this book, so I'm quite happy that this book is lowly rated. This is an arc that came in, oh god, the writing's small. This is an arc that came in a fairy loot box. I guess this might technically be like a reverse Portal fantasy. Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. It follows some people who have had to leave their fantasy world, Avalon, which I think is where King Arthur lived. I mean, I know he lived in Camelot, but I think that's where he went when he died. I feel like it's where Prince Arthur went when he died. That could be completely wrong. Basically, there has been a war in Avalon, and the Snow Queen has... You can already tell this book is me. Has basically like covered their world in ice. And the Prince of Avalon and his guards or friends, or probably both, have now relocated to Arizona. Weird fact about me, I have a weird obsession with Arizona. No one knows why. I just think it's a really cool place. A firebird, probably a phoenix, reappears. The prince's best friend has a special power that means that she can equalise people's magic, and so they decide to go back to Avalon and try and win it back from the Snow Queen. That book just sounds so me. I don't think I've heard a book that sounds more me. So I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm going to like it, even though it is the lowest rated book on my want to read shelf. I also think there is an audiobook for this on Scribd, so I will probably listen to the audiobook of this. So the Aspiration is World Famous Celebrity. For this, I need to read the first book that I see, that I own, and that I haven't read already. So I'm going to use my iPad, and I'm going to go over to Instagram. Oh, let's put the screen recording on so you can see.
You can see what I see. You can see what I see.
And that book's not out yet. The Devil Wears Prada. Do I don't own that. I don't own that. I don't know what that is. Don't own that. Don't own those. That's not the book. Nope. I thought this would be easier. The Cruel Prince I own, but I've read. Can't really see what's behind her. They're all Spanish. Nope, I don't own any of those. Don't own that. That's an advert. I do own that. So, we have the binding. This is the binding naked. It's stunning. I have DNF'd this book twice already because I haven't really been in the right mind frame to read it. So I don't know if it's going to be third time lucky for this book, or if it's going to be third time it's time to go. That's not a saying. The binding is about a boy who becomes an apprentice to a bookbinder, and this bookbinder gets people to write down memories that they want to forget in books, and once the book has been finished they then lose the memory. That's what the book's about. I think it also has a male-male relationship in it. Bloody ice cream trucks. I have tried to listen to the audiobook for this, and I really did not like the narrator, and I've tried to physically read it and got bored and put it down and forgotten about it. This book is very well loved. I'm sure it's just me not being in the right mindset for it. It's like a historical magical realism, I think, and I'm someone who doesn't really vibe with history. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. And the final bonus trait is gregarious, and for this I need to read a book which everybody is talking about right now, which I'm not sure. I feel like I'm very out of touch, and I actually couldn't think of like what books are most hyped at the moment. So I've gone with one that was very hyped from last year, which is Ninth House. This is the Naked book. I started taking some of my dust jackets off of the books that have really beautiful like foiling and stuff underneath them. So that's why this is naked right now. I have been wanting to read this book for so long, and I don't know why I haven't. There's a lot of mixed reviews of this book out there, so I'm interested to see if I fall into the category of people who love it or the category of people who hate it. Hopefully I love it. This book follows a girl who has the ability to, I want to say, see ghosts. I think she can see ghosts. Because of this, she gets invited to go to Harvard or Yale, one of them two, to join a secret society who basically clean up after the other secret societies do their like supernatural rituals. This is supposed to be dark and I think a little bit gory, so sounds good to me. So those are my 5 books that I am going to be reading this month. Hopefully I'm going to have another great reading month and I will end up reading a lot more than that, but those are the ones that I am pledging today. So we have Fortuna Sworn for vegetarian, Vicious for good, Wicked as You Wish for clumsy, The Binding for world famous celebrity, and Ninth House for gregarious. So thank you for watching this video. Please wish me luck in the comments down below, because I am terrible at reading TBRs. Please give me a like and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and hopefully you will come back and see me in another video soon. Bye.